There is an old Waylon Jennings song that says, interest rates are up, the stock market's down, and you only get mugged if you go downtown. And it's really not that bad right now. Interest rates are not going up. It is, though, a possibility that a lot of economists believe that these tariffs with Donald Trump will cause inflation to rise. And there was news that came out today that Donald Trump says that China hadn't been playing fair, and so no longer is he going to be nice about it. So it really had the market go down about 200 points today. But Grayson, what's your thoughts on interest rates going forward?
I think that the Fed is probably not going to raise them because they had opportunity after opportunity to do that when inflation was running crazy over the last 4 or 5 years, but they decided they weren't going to do it. Really, probably what they'll do is hold them steady, but I'm still probably a believer that they're going to end up cutting them later on in the year.
I think you're exactly right with that. There's been some negative stuff out on the last 2 weeks on one of our long positions, and that's Fair Isaac. And that name may sound new to some of you, but if you ever went to go buy a house or buy anything, you get a FICO score, and they're actually the ones that produce that. And they have been a very good winner for us. But in the last 2 weeks, the director of the federal housing, Bill Pulte, has come out and says that he doesn't like their pricing because they had a price increase. So it has turned the stock downward, and it went down, Grayson, about 25 or 28% in a very short time. We really believe that it is a good long-term hold, so we're not panicking with that. We think the fundamentals are very strong on the company, so we're holding this. It's been a long position for us. Grayson, what else would you like to talk about today as far as the market is concerned?
Well, crypto's been doing pretty good, and one of the things that I saw the other day when I was looking back is that Bitcoin has really done very well over the last 5 years. It's got a good looking chart on it, but if you look at some of the other ones like Ethereum or Solana or even Dogecoin, you'll see that they really peaked out around 2022. And what they've done is they've kind of gotten back up to that point, but they've had trouble breaking out and having that sustained success like Bitcoin has. So that's just an interesting thing to point out, and I think it really just highlights the importance of being adopted by the mainstream and having a lot of institutional money coming to you. And so that's, I think, one of the reasons why Bitcoin's done so well recently.
I think you're right. Some of the good news that came out today also is that inflation right now has hit about 4-year low. But some economists say with these tariffs around the corner, it's going to pick back up to maybe 3.5%. I believe right now that if you are fully invested, there's no need to get out. Stay where you are. I think we'll be along a bumpy ride, but I think over at the end of the year, I think you'll do really well staying fully invested. Grayson, is there anything else that you would like to add before we dismiss today?
Yeah, if you've lost a little bit of money here recently, and if you've gotten into a company, even one like FICO, where it goes down 25, 28%, sometimes it might be a little bit discouraging, and it'll make you want to say, okay, I'm just going to go with CDs for the rest of my life. Let me just tell you, that's usually not a very good strategy because you've got to take some risk if you want to have a reward. So don't let a little bit of failure discourage you from taking a little bit of risk and being a wise steward of your finances. Now, you should make sure that you're not going into things without doing any research and going in blind, but if you lost money in 2008, if you lost money in 2020, don't let that deter you from the stock market and seeking wise counsel for the future.
Until next time, may God richly bless you.